Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's fresh. This is the Moon Runners. Y'all already know what type of time we on. So, introduction. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You already know what's going on. The Patreon, you guys. I'm finishing up a couple finishing touches, and the Patreon will be launched. I'm trying to get that done ASAP, y'all. I just want to make sure that when I did this, I don't have to go back and get the tweaking stuff and changing stuff. So I'm making sure that everything is finalized before I release the Patreon. For everybody that's going to be looking for the link of the Patreon, where is it going to be? So I'm going to give it to y'all like this real quick. All right. I was supposed to pull this up and I didn't. My apologies, y'all. So for everybody that's new to the channel, this is the link, you guys, one-stop shop where I drop everything. All right. So the Patreon will be included in this link. The link that you're looking at on the screen is always pinned as the first comment beneath all of my videos. So look in the comment section. Long as you see this phone number, this is me, 972-348-0103. If it's not that phone number, it is not me. I don't know when in the future. They say when you start graduating, when you start winning, people going to start coming in your comments, and you got all the bots and you got all these people, these spammers and scammers. So if it's not that phone number, it is not me. This is the only link you will see. This all comes back to me directly. So y'all make sure y'all look in the comment section. All right. Like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and we are going to get into the point of this video. Today's video is about the launch of KRC-20, which will be tomorrow. Today, it is September 14th, 2024. 9/14/24 is today. The launch of the KRC-20 will be tomorrow. So if you're watching this video in the future, the Patreon will be launched. All right. Who is the Patreon for? There's going to be a couple different tiers. There's going to be tiers for brand new people, you guys, who just want straight information about cryptocurrency. Right? Then there's going to be the mid tier. And that's where a lot of people are going to come in. And then we're going to have Beyond the Moon. And that's the tier, you guys. We're giving you guys the drops of the latest coins, what we are doing that day, what we've done that week, what coins should you be looking at. All of those things will be in Beyond the tier, Beyond the Moon, the top tier. All right. So just to give y'all a little bit about that, Max Kaiser been going absolutely bonkers, y'all. He been going crazy. So we're going to really show a couple of his videos before we get into the launch of the KRC-20. All right.
It's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
Max, do you know that it's a criminal offense to tear up?
Do you know that with the Bitcoin I have, I can buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws, Rand. We're not going to just sit around and let the goddamn congressman tell us what to do. We've got the capital. We make the laws. We've got the Bitcoin. They don't. We got it. They don't. Do you understand?
That sounds like somebody who knows exactly where we're going beyond the moon, y'all. Like I said, beyond the moon when it comes to this cryptocurrency. Here goes another clip real quick. I seen this clip the other day, and the first clip, I just thought it was just, he was just turned up. You know what I mean? And that's somebody that really knows what they got their hands on. So this dude's YouTube channel is always coming through. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but I will try to find his podcast and pull it up. You can get a lot of alpha, a lot of game from that podcast. So a lot of stuff y'all will see me talk about and watch will come from this podcast right here. And he's newer to the space. I don't know how long he's been out, but I know I haven't seen it. I didn't see him a couple years ago, so I'm assuming he just started within the last couple years, within the last 2 years. So here we go.
The price kind of vacillates up and down, but the hash rate's been in a bull market since day one, really. If you look at a chart of the hash rate, it's different than the chart of the price. The chart of the
So a lot of people, I want to really break that down. A lot of people so concerned with the price, they're not paying attention to what's going on in the background with the hash rate. He said the hash rate is, and that means more and more people, more and more miners, you know what I mean? More and more strength in the network, which is what we want. So there's a difference, y'all. For everybody out there, start understanding hash rate versus price. That's something for new people to really pay attention to. A lot of y'all looking at the price of BTC and you don't realize that the strength is behind the scenes. It's what we don't see behind the scenes. that really matters, because that's giving the more and more validity to the blockchain, cryptocurrency, things of that nature.
Hash rate shows extreme confidence, really, going back to the beginning. The price is more volatile because, remember, Bitcoin offers two things that you don't get anywhere else. Number one, you get guaranteed increase in purchasing power. Mathematically,
did y'all hear that? Increase in purchasing power.
a guaranteed increase in purchasing power against everything else. Every fiat money, gold, property, old masters art, cars, stamps, coins, whatever. Bitcoin is guaranteed to increase purchasing power against everything. Or another way to say that is everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. And the other thing that Bitcoin offers that is rare, almost unique to Bitcoin, it might be completely unique to Bitcoin, and that is instant liquidity, 24.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave off with that. I think it's important, you guys, for everybody to understand that when people get to talking about fiat currency and everybody wants to talk about money, they don't want it if it's not tangible, et cetera, et cetera. Against BTC, BTC is going to continue to go up, y'all. You know what I mean? And I pulled up the chart to really explain this and break this down and bring it home. So this is all the way down to 2019, and we can see the price. No, actually, this is the overall market cap. Let me go back to the price real quick so y'all can see the price increase. But we can see that we are at 1.8, somewhere around we're over $1 trillion, 1.1 trillion, right? We can see that we went up over, and this is total market cap, all right, 1.4. And we can see that we are hovering around all-time highs. This is right here, April 2021, and then again in November 2022. And this is where we are. So I'm going to go back real quick to USD, to Bitcoin, right? And we can see the price. So when what was he just talking about? Against USD, right? This is Bitcoin USD. Has Bitcoin increased? And yes, it has came down, has some consolidation. It has some retests. And what did we do? What did we do from here? 33,000. We pushed back higher. And this is June 2021. We pushed higher in October 2021. We had some, retesting, consolidation back down to 16,000, all the way up from 61,000. It dropped back down in 2022. And I should have had up, what was going on during that time, which I don't, but we'll cover that again. So some people are like, oh, it's over. Bitcoin going to zero. And what happened? From 2022 December, right? What did we have? What is that, like an 80% recovery? 80, somewhere around 84, 85% recovery, something like that, if my math is correct. And then what did we do? People expecting, oh, we're going to have another dump. Nope, we pushed higher. You know what I mean? So I just want to show y'all, man, for the newest people out there, over time, y'all, Bitcoin, Michael Saylor said that Bitcoin was going to, and that's what I forgot to pull up. Bitcoin was going to $13 million. That's what I forgot to pull up. I haven't covered that. And I've been looking at it and wanting to cover it. We're going to cover it right here.
Morning. You see 55,000 now. Joining us, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy Executive Chairman. You never stop adding to the position of your company, and you have a lot of courage because there's been a lot of major swings in the past. And there were times when I was worried. Can you tell me, were you ever close to?
And this was another guy that talked about the importance of volatility and why it matters, because there was another clip where I think it was from Max Kaiser, and he said that a lot of people assume that the dollar is that's always at $1 and it's stable, but the dollar is declining. The purchasing power, the amount. I just left the grocery store. I went to the grocery store, then I went to Walmart. The amount we get at the grocery store right now for paper fiat currency is a joke. It's a joke. And I'm like, every time I have to spend it, I'm frustrated because I'm like, all I want to do is put all this money in crypto. I don't want to spend any because I know the purchasing power is dying. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people think it's just no, the light bulb don't turn on until you realize that this against crypto is worthless. This is not what you want to have. You don't want to have this. And this is literally gas. I'm put some gas in. That's it. You don't want this. You want this to go into the digital money of the future. That's what you want to do. Oh man, I get so frustrated because people don't. The light bulb is not turning on, and people are like, "Oh, I'm researching crypto and I got some questions." Like, bro, get in the game, bro. Stop tiptoeing around. Get in the game, bro. For people that's serious, what should you be doing right now? You should be getting some skin in the game. Nothing about what I'm saying is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Gotta make sure I say that for YouTube. Crypto is risky if you do not know what you're doing, which is why you should be in the Patreon, which when the Patreon launches, get in the Patreon. Like, get in because this has to transform. This is the problem that a lot of people have. Let's keep going, man.
Do margin calls, anything ever happening to MicroStrategy?
Well, when Silvergate Bank failed, we had to redeem that. But with development companies, what we're doing is we're securitizing Bitcoin. We're
or stock versus
a percent
right.
Buy Bitcoin in Singapore, lever it up 10 to 1 market in the world. Your New York apartment's not correlates. It's like it's a potential missile scare. And
in terms of Bitcoin regulation, given that.
Well, before Gensler entered off, bracket banks to start to custody and hold crypto token in 4 hours. For the Republicans have shifted to way progressive percent, then click down to 35, then 30, then 25, and at some point it'll be the S&P return plus 8%, and it'll be the S&P vol plus 8% because it's always going to be a more global, open, free capital market.
How is there stuff that's above your pay grade? You're worth billions. I mean, we can say that. It's above our pay grade, but who gets to decide if it's above your pay grade?
He might have been it's below his pay grade.
Right, exactly.
Bitcoin's an expression in this view that you want to invest in an asset without counterparty risk, which means you don't want to be counterparty to a country, a currency, a city, a company, a commodity, or a culture, right? So people think it's a risky thing. It's all about people wanting to not take risk. They don't want to guess whether Picasso's or real estate in New York or NVIDIA stock will be higher in.
Listen, y'all, the greatest risk right now is holding USD. When you're holding fiat currency, that's the greatest risk right now because you cannot outwork inflation. Like, I remember when I heard Jasprit, he said you cannot outwork inflation. He has a YouTube channel called Minority Report. So a lot of people think I'm just learning crypto. No, I'm understanding how the economists think, how they operate. What should I be thinking about? How should I be functioning? What should be my brain power? And he said, you cannot outwork inflation. And I heard that in my soul. And I said, oh, this is the separator between wealthy and poverty. Poverty people only think about hitting a clock to make money. They never think, let me take this money and make it work for me so I don't have to. So in the future, I can hit the clock less. And then one day not hit the clock. It's fear, y'all. It's a lot of fear. A lot of y'all got too much damn fear to where y'all don't want to do anything else. And then when I talk to people that, oh, did you see those Lions? Like, bro, you really want to talk about sports right now? The whole world falling apart. You motherfuckers need to wake up. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid, dog. Like, it really frustrates me, and I'm not putting nobody down, but I'm like, what are you thinking about if you're only thinking about being entertained while the whole world is burning down? The world is burning down, and you talking about sports. You talking about what these rappers is doing. What's going on with Diddy and 50 keep trolling everybody, and I think 50 funny, dog. 50 is hilarious. I'm not about to sit here and watch an hour worth of 50 Cent trolling the whole music industry. I'm not about to take an hour to 2 hours watch football with these people, multi-millionaires, that don't make sense to me. Wake up, dog. What millions are you going to get is the biggest question you need to ask. It frustrates me, bro. People frustrate me, man. I'm trying to find that little part where he said Bitcoin is going to 13 million. Because if that is the case in the next 10 to 20, 30 years, whatever it might be, we can potentially ride that wave up. And instead of our money being inflated and delevered, the word is not that I'm looking for is debasing. They're debasing our currency. Basically, they're destroying the purchasing power. You look up the word debase, they're destroying our purchasing power. Debase is a good word of saying they fucking the money up. It's like they're debasing the currency. What is that? I said, wow. And we got to pick up the language too, because we got to know what they're saying when they say the word debase. Most people are like, what's debasement? Man, y'all better wake up, dog. People, I'm gonna keep showing up because I'm really here to serve y'all. Trying to find a clip where he says 13 million. But basically, as BTC is going to continue to rise, every currency is going to keep doing the opposite. And you don't want to be on this end of the scale. When this is dropping, you want to be going from here to here, so that way your currency, your financial power can continue to increase.
When this, one of the things you just talked about, if there was a missile strike or something, there was a sense that people talked about this as digital gold, and maybe
it's up 44%.
About that, what's the worst case scenario of something that would happen in a leverage situation like that with the Bitcoin ETF?
I think what happens is people offshore trading on Binance with 20-to-1 leverage get more than 4 years.
In terms of what do you attribute the, I don't know, he's been unable to stop it because of the courts, really, but do they want to go or do they not want to go?
Well, before Gensler entered office, the rhetoric, the approval of the ETFs, it was
I need a shortened clip. I know some of y'all tired of me. Like, man, will you hurry up and find it already? Right here. This is okay. Okay, maybe I was looking at the wrong one.
My long-term forecast is it's going to go to 13 million over 21 years.
Look at that, y'all. Come on.
Bitcoin's 0.1% of the capital in the world right now. I think it's going to go to 7% of the capital.
7%.
My long-term forecast is it's going to go to 13 million over 21 years.
13 million.
13 million. But what is it 5 years from now? You're in your 4-year calculus.
You know, it's been growing 44% a year with about a 40 to 50 vol. I would think.
This is why y'all need to do this math. And even if he's wrong, he's going to land somewhere amongst the moon. That's why I said get into Patreon. We're going beyond the moon. Even if he's wrong with his 5-year forecast, he's going to land somewhere amongst the moon and amongst the stars.
I think it'll move on at 40%, then click down to 35, then 30, then 25, and at some point it'll be the S&P return plus 8%, and it'll be the S&P vol plus 8%, because it's always going to be a more global, open, free capital market.
How is there stuff that's above your pay grade?
This is the people's money right here, y'all. Cryptocurrency is the people's money. A lot of people don't know what's going on. A lot of people still want to watch sports and be entertained. Entertainment versus education. In order for you to know what's going on in crypto, you have to be educated. And I think that that's the real issue that we're dealing with humans. Is humans, look up E versus E. There's a real thing called entertainment versus education, or education versus entertainment. It is a real thing that most people don't know about. And the one thing I've been dealing with is like I'm dealing with people that much rather be entertained than educated. People stop education. People thought after you got out of high school and college, education ended. No, I'm drilling my 11-year-old. She's literally in the other room finishing up the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I said, you're 11 years old and you do not have a choice. I said, God gave you me as your father. I said, and I got a job to do. Sorry, you gonna let me do my job? She said, yes, Dad. Okay, then listen to me. It's got to end with us. I don't think y'all hearing me. And if I don't stay on top of it, days go by. Like, she's supposed to finish this book by tomorrow. She got like two or 3 hours left of the book. And I said, you're finishing this book this weekend, because this is what she wants. This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm about to get an iPhone 15. Dad, I want your phone. Okay, cool. Well, what's in it for me? I mean, why am I just going to give you something and what, so you can sit around and be on video games all day? And no, we're not doing that. What are you putting in here? This is what I care about, because I said, by the time you 18 to 27 years old, I want to be able to look back and say, I did my job. I did not fail. Phone going to Siri. Excuse me. Not today. Not right now. All right. So launch of the KRC-20, and I know it took me forever to get to the end, y'all. Y'all know I'm long-winded and I rant, and this is what I do. I am not just gonna show up, oh, this is what we got going on today, you guys, and let's look at the chart and that. Man, them people drive me crazy, man. Well, y'all shut up, man. People don't need to be. Listen, dog. This it. Listen, I don't look at any of these YouTubers, nor should you. I'm not saying anything I'm necessarily the best or whatever. I do what I do. But a lot of people get on here like they professors, bro. And I'm going to tell you something. I want y'all to realize something. As far as Kaspa's concerned, 99.999% of these people did not go to school for what they know, meaning they're no more intelligent than you. They just got time in. So go with the people that you resonate with. That's the word we're looking for. People get on here and then it's talking these deep, crazy, big words. Well, you could just break down the chart. You can look at it. It's either gonna go up or it's gonna go down. You got a ceiling, you got a floor. Shout out to my dog Tim Taylor, man, because he was the first person that broke down the charts. And he was in Forex. He was trading Forex. Then he started trading cryptos years later. From 2012 to like 2023, this brother was trading the Forex market. And I was like, dog, like, this looked like Japanese. And he drilled me and drilled me and drilled me for years. And I was like, oh, I'm overthinking it. Don't overthink it. This is the ceiling. This is the floor. Dollar cost average. That means along the way, when it's going sideways, put a little bit in over time. DCA, just dollar cost average. Basically, if you got $1,000 you're going to invest, break it up into $50 to $100 at a time over this course of this time. That's dollar cost averaging. Just that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. The launch is coming, like I said. Cashflex KRC-20 will be launched tomorrow, y'all. I know it was long. I know, I'll go off on these tangents and stuff like that, but that's just me, man. So either you resonate with me or keep it moving. Shout out to everybody, man, that stayed to the end. If you have stayed to the end, one of the keys, too, for the newest people out there is, listen, you need simplicity. You need simplicity. You don't need to go out here and watch a bunch of people. I learned that from Grant Cardone. He said, you got to find you one person that you're going to learn from. It was Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, it was Mike can't think of the other dude's name, but he got a YouTube channel, 10 Rules to Success. Evan Carmichael, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, and it was a couple other people. And when Grant said that, I said, okay, so I need to get rid of the rest of these people, and I'm gonna go all in with listening to a lot of content from Grant. And then by far, Grant has been one of the best ones when it comes to economics. So we're going to go back to that dude's channel. What's the dude's channel real quick? I want to give y'all real game so y'all can go watch this video. Am I dreaming? I've been listening to old school. Say, pinch me to see if it's real, because my mind can't decide. Max Kaiser, am I dreaming? I can't sing, y'all, but that's in my head. That song is playing in my head right now, right here. So I recommend y'all go watch this right here. I don't even know how to pronounce the dude's last name, but that's the clip that I showed y'all earlier in the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, because this dude got major game. Major game, man. Major game. Major game. Major game. All right. I love y'all. No, man, I love y'all. I know, I know my message today was all over the place. But with that being said, we're gonna keep bringing y'all game. We're gonna keep talking about these cryptos. Y'all already know what type of time we on. Shout out to the whole squad. The Patreon will be launching. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all get in. The link, like I said, to connect with me will be pinned as the first comment beneath the video. If you're getting into Patreon, send me a text message. Phone number right here. Send me a text message. Fresh, I want to get into Patreon. All right. We're going to keep the Patreon locked down and exclusive to a couple people that's serious. I'm going to be going through, and people that reach out to me, we're going to find out who's serious and who's not. The reason why is because we're really here showing up to help people and teach people. We're no longer trying to get we don't want anybody. Everybody don't want it. So we want to know if you really want to transform your life, you really need to get in crypto. You really need to connect with us. I'm going to look at the price right now of Kaspa. That's something I forgot to do. We're going to get this video uploaded today. I'm not going to play around. And my 11-year-old is about to go buy some Kaspa. And I think we're going to go back down tomorrow. So I might want to wait. And we are. Most likely we're going to go. Y'all know we're going to be moving sideways. We're going to be moving in the range this month. For people out there that don't know, naturally just a range is just moving. And you can see that. You know what I mean? Like we hit another all-time high. We was at 60, almost 61, somewhere around 61,000. And then we popped back down and we had 59. You know the thing I love about Kaspa versus BTC is when Bitcoin is dropping and Bitcoin dumping almost 10 grand, y'all. Let's see, this is the 25th to the 6th. In 9 days, Bitcoin dumped almost, what is that? Oh, that's almost 10. That's over 63, 64. Wow. BTC dumped almost 11,000. Almost 11,000, you guys, in a matter of 10 days. Right? In a matter of 10 days. And if y'all look at Kaspa and what Kaspa did in those 10 days, it literally probably only dropped. Let's go down to Kaspa real quick. Right? People are not dumping this token, y'all. I don't know if how much sense I gotta make it make to y'all before y'all wake up to realize. Look at that, man. That is beautiful. Look at that. So from the 25th, okay, so we had a drop. Look at that. Where do we go down to? 3 cents in 10 days. All we dropped was 3 cents, and we rebound right back up to 17 cents. Dumped all the way down to 14 cents, right? From 17 cents on the 25th, 17 cents on the 25th. Right before that, we had a high, 17 cents and some change. We dumped down to 14 cents, and we popped right back up. And I know with BTC, there's more volume. I know the capital market cap. I know. I'm aware of all of that. But when you have a token, a crypto, excuse me, not a token, a coin, a real blockchain, such as Kaspa, and people are not dumping this token, y'all. This coin, I keep wanting to say token, this crypto, that people are not dumping. There's a difference between a coin and a token for people out there that's like, what do you mean different? There's a difference. Token is something that can be built on Ethereum, but it's not its own blockchain. Its own blockchain, it's a coin. It gives it more validity, is more official. So we're going to be moving sideways, and I'm thinking, y'all, if I can look back over the last month or two, where do we go down to? 49,000. So we might be seeing a floor of back to 55. If I go back over a year, look right down in here. What do we got? 55. See? We might be seeing another drop back down to 55, which is only 4 grand. That could happen in a day or two. We might be going back down to 50, 53, 54, somewhere in here. I mean, then the lowest we're going to go, most likely it would be about 50, 51,000. But y'all can see it. Look at those lows right there. That's where we're going to most likely hit back down to. And we're going to be moving sideways, you guys, for the remainder of September throughout October. Then we're going to see some major pump into the upside. All right. It's fresh, y'all. This is the Moon Runners, man. Yeah, make sure y'all getting locked into the Patreon. I appreciate everybody that's been engaging with the channel. The subscribers is growing. I hit a wall and it stopped growing for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, we got to just keep putting out more and more content. There's going to be more information coming for the newest person out there. That's why I did put this video out right here, Beginner's Guide to Crypto. So there's going to be more information coming. I guess I can end off by asking you guys some questions. What do y'all think I should be covering? For the newest person, do y'all need any more questions and answers to things that y'all need to know about crypto? And for the more advanced people, what should I be covering? Drop the comments. I appreciate everybody that stayed to this point in the video. I love y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe. It's fresh, and I'm out, man. Peace, 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 and love.